Hello, I'm CharrChan, a full-time fursuit maker from the UK. This video is a showcase of this commission that I just finished. This character here is PB. He belongs to They Call Him Cake on Twitter. This fursuit is one of my Kigurumi style fursuits, meaning that it has a 3D printed head base that is then covered in mochi minky. So let's go over all of the various features of this fursuit, because this fursuit has quite a lot of features. So let's get started. If you see my previous Kigurumi work, you'll know that the mouths are magnetic. There are multiple expressions you can do with this fursuit. So we have the default smiling expression. Comes off with magnets. The mouths themselves are made of a plastic board that's been painted and sealed, so that's what those are. This fursuit has 5 expressions. So the smile was number 1. Then we have this kind of disapproving look kind of expression. We have a cat-like mouth. We have an open-mouthed smile. And a smile with the tongue sticking out. There are more magnetic features to this suit. There's quite a few actually. So the next feature that's magnetic is the eyebrows. The eyebrows are both magnetic, so that means you can position them wherever you would like. Well, within the range of the fringe. How this works is there's a free floating magnet inside the fringe fabric. I've also made some little magnets in fabric pouches that can be used to make sure the magnets don't go walkabouts when you are maybe transporting the suit without the eyebrows attached. The eyebrows might be a bit wonky for the remainder of this video. Alright, the next magnetic feature is the earrings. So how the earrings are made is that they are some foam that's been covered in stiffened felt and some custom painted plastic that's been sealed, obviously, so the paint shouldn't be too easy to scratch off. So there's magnets in the back of these. As you can see, it's quite easy to change the earrings out, so there's how that works. The next magnetic feature is the ears themselves. The client requested that the ears could be removed for transportation, things like that. So I made these slots inside the hat that the ears slot into and then magnetize at the bottom to make sure they don't fall out. So that's how these work. And just to mention, this cartoon outline here, that is made with stiffened felt. Sometimes I would use acrylic paint for a detail like this, but in this particular circumstance I could use the stiffened felt, so I did. So it's quite easy to assemble and disassemble and all of that kind of stuff. And the last magnetic feature is the collar. The collar attaches with magnets in the back. It's got a magnetic closure, and then it's made of EVA foam. The bell is 3D sculpted by myself with the client's reference. Obviously the client's reference is what we've built this on. Anyway, But yes, I sculpted the belt and then I had it 3D printed, I sanded it down and coated it with radiator paint, so it's nice and shiny and a pretty durable paint as well. And this is Mochi Minky for the fabric. Speaking of Mochi Minky, let's talk about the hair, because the hair is custom printed Mochi Minky. I didn't want to use paint for the hair because I wanted it to be durable and that colour to stay as what we printed it as, nice and vibrant. So, custom printed fabric for the hair. The fringe of the hair, these front pieces and the sideburns, are made with upholstery foam and some quilt wadding to give it some shape, and then the fabric is stretched over. There is no glue on the fabric of this hair. And then in the back, let's turn it around. The back is all plush-like, it's all toy stuff in here, so it's nice and squishy. So that's what the hair is. It is custom printed fabric with upholstery foam, quilt wadding and toy stuffing. And it's all sewn together so there's no glue on the fabric of the hair. There's some glue in the foam and the quilt wadding, but that's it. Alright, let's talk about the hat. The hat is made with upholstery foam, and then the brim is made with EVA foam. The little logo over here is made with a iron-on transfer paper that's kind of like vinyl-like in its texture. The hat is also Mochi Minky. All the fabrics on this fursuit are Mochi Minky. This fursuit also has a tail, just a simple little bunny tail with elastic belt loops, standard kind of thing, bit of foam in the base to give it some support. There's that. And this fursuit also has arm sleeves. The arm sleeves have elastic to stop them from, you know, going down your arm when you're wearing it, so they should stay up. And then the hands have little nails on. The nails are sculpted with, what's it called? Polymer clay by myself, hand sculpted, and they are coated with radiator paint, so it's a nice durable resin-based paint. And it's also nice and shiny. There'll be pictures and videos at the end for you to have a look at. And there's also the fitted balaclava. This is a fitted balaclava with a hidden zipper in the back. And there is one last feature I must mention about the fursuit. The wig and hat are removable. The wig and the hat are like one piece, but this is removable. That's mostly for maintenance reasons. I'm not going to demonstrate because it is a pain to remove, and also a pain to put back on, which is, it's not great, but it does mean it's not going to come off. If it's difficult to remove, that's a good thing. Again, it is mostly for like maintenance reasons, cleaning and that kind of thing, so you're not going to be removing the wig and the hat terribly frequently, but it is removable with Velcro. The eyes are stiffened felt with plastic eyes that I hand cut myself, and obviously the pupils are hand painted cross-stitch mesh, and then obviously the paint is sealed, so yes. Okay, I think that is everything I had to say. So I think that's everything I had to say. I do offer multiple styles of fursuit. As you can see, we do the Kigurumi ones and the foam-based ones. I do fursuit parts, that kind of thing, but I do not work with fur. I only work with cuddle fleece, Mochi Minky, pretty much anything as long as it's not fur. But if you want to contact me, you can do so at CharrChanContact@gmail.com. Alright, I think that's everything I had to say. Again, any questions, I'm here to help, happy to answer. Alright, I'm gonna sign off because I like to ramble. There's gonna be some pictures, maybe some videos, I'm not sure, at the end of this video to showcase this in a bit more detail. So, thank you so much for watching, I hope you found it helpful. I'm gonna sign off. Thanks for watching, bye!